This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Friday, the 20th day of January in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Faced with criticism over the appointment of an operations coordinator at GCOM without the knowledge of the rest of the Elections Commission, the Commission's chairman, Justice Claudette Singh, is clarifying her position. In a statement today, the Elections Commission indicated that the Commission's IT officer was seconded to the new position on request of the Chief Elections Officer. According to GCOM, the position is a temporary one. In the statement, GCOM said the chairman gave her approval for the secondment of Mr. Giddings with the full knowledge that she was not creating any new position and was not making an appointment, and that was aware that there is precedence of staff having been seconded and in one case even appointed without the knowledge and approval of the Commission. GCOM also explained that in the CEO's request, it was indicated that a senior officer was needed to assist with the day-to-day implementation and evaluation of the statutory and administrative tasks outlined in the work plan for the conduct of local government elections. GCOM remains without a Deputy Chief Elections Officer. The GCOM statement said the CEO further pointed out that considering the multiplicity of sequential and simultaneous tasks required to be implemented at the operations level for the local elections and the position of the Deputy Chief Elections Officer still being vacant, it is of vital importance for a senior manager who is au fait with operations management relative to the conduct of elections to be assigned the responsibility of assisting the CEO. The Commission said it was against that backdrop that the chairman granted her approval for Mr. Giddings to act as the operations coordinator within the operations department of the Commission Secretariat. His duties are similar to those of the Deputy Chief Elections Officer. It is unclear when the Commission will appoint a Deputy Chief Election Officer. In the statement, it was also explained that while the issue has been on the Commission's agenda for a while now, it has been deferred to pave way for other pressing matters associated with the preparations for the conduct of local elections. Election Commissioner Vincent Alexander has condemned the move by the chairman to appoint Mr. Giddings to the temporary position, claiming that she has no such authority. More news coming up in just a moment.
It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say, but now that it's here, it will change life forever, and it is here to stay. The future is now, transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fiber. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fiber is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.
Office Max, we're all about customer satisfaction. Whether it's clothing and shoes for the ladies, gents, and kids, or for the latest electronics or hardware appliance, we're always thinking of satisfying you, our dear customers. Now you can shop online at www.giftlandofficemax.com or visit us at the Giftland Mall, where we're happy to serve each and every one of you.
Did you know that you can check your NIS contributions online? Simply visit our website at www.nis.org.gy. Click on the Create New Account button and enter the required information. An automatic email notification will be sent to acknowledge your application. Once your information is authenticated, you will receive an email within 48 hours with instructions on how to access the site. Once logged in, you can click on the My Contributions tab on the left side of the screen to view your contributions. For further information, you can call our Records Department on 225-2798 or visit your nearest NIS office.
Get in the game with Boss Blockbuster. Win a full gaming setup, Xbox X, gaming chair, gaming speaker and headset, or any of over 60 weekly prizes like Oculus Quest 2, Mini 2 drone, Nintendo Switch, and many more top gaming prizes. Check below for details.
The $70 million lawsuit filed by Assistant Commissioner of Police Calvin Brutus against former chairman of the Police Service Commission Paul Slow was dismissed today by Justice Simone Morris Ramlal. Last April, Mr. Brutus filed a statement of claim in the High Court for damages in excess of $60 million, in addition to $10 million for aggravated and exemplary damages as a result of what he considered to be defamatory statements reportedly made by Mr. Slow in November of 2021. But when the matter came up in the High Court today, Justice Morris Ramlal dismissed it over breaches of the court's orders issued during a case management conference. Mr. Slow's attorney, Nigel Hughes, told News Source that the claimant failed to submit an important statement. The attorneys for Mr. Brutus had reportedly failed to seek the court's permission for the granting of an extension to file the statements in the matter. Instead, they sought guidance from Mr. Slow's attorneys. The judge found the move to be a breach of the procedures of the court since the statements were never filed. Mr. Brutus was among 5 senior police officers who had challenged the decision of the then former Police Service Commission not to promote them due to disciplinary matters that were pending at the time. However, that case was dismissed by the Chief Justice in 2021. Vice President Bharat Jagdeo has confirmed that monies have been set aside in the budget for salary increases for public servants this year, although he has not provided the figure. He said the announcement will be made later this year. The government last month increased the salaries of public servants by 8% across the board. On Thursday, the opposition leader Aubrey Norton complained that there were no salary adjustments for teachers and the wider public service. But in an interview last evening, the vice president responded that the budget caters for those increases.
But in the budget, we have budgeted for wages and salaries in 2023. Just that the announcement will not be made now. It's done towards the end of the year.
Vice President Jagdeo also said public servants are better off under the current government. He said that in the past 3 years, the employment cost has grown by $38 billion in the public service.
But we have budgeted $107 billion for employment costs in the public sector. $107 billion will go into people's pocket of the $781 billion will go in people's pockets as wages and salaries. And you know the funny thing is that if you compare 2014, when the last year the BPP was in office, to 2019, the last year they produced a budget. So they had 5 years, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Five budgets. That the employment costs, that is wages and salaries of public servants, grew by $27 billion in that period. And in the first 3 years of the PPP, we have not even completed the third year, because there are 3 years more to go. 23, 24, and the elections would be held nearly in 25. In the first three, this is the third budget, because the 2020 budget that we passed through. Guess how much the employment costs or wages and salaries have grown by? $38 billion.
Mr. Jagdeo said while the government is committed to bettering the lives of public servants, it will not fall into the trap of going on massive spending, even as he highlighted the importance of public servants.
It's your time to win big. Spend $2,000 or more at any Massey stores to enter our Christmas jackpot promotion. You can be the lucky winner of a brand new Nissan X-Trail. You can also win a sofa set, Samsung gas stove, motorcycle, $300,000 in cash, or a fabulous weekend trip for 2. Shop now until January 31st for a chance to hit Massey's Christmas jackpot. Check out our Facebook, Instagram, or website for more details.
Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve your everyday wants and needs. Our experienced pharmacists will help you feel your best, ensuring you bring home everything you need. We guarantee you will come back for everything you want. Our team is friendly. Our shelves are stocked and ready. Hassle-free shopping for your busy life. Ansem Mini Mart. Everyday shopping made easy. From our home to yours. Ansem Mini Mart is now open to serve you. Call 220-0505 or check out our Ansem Guyana Facebook page for more details.
4 days after the presentation of the national budget, some of the city's vendors seem unmoved, with the majority of them telling news sources that regardless of its magnitude, they will still need to get up and go to work to earn an honest dollar. For them, the impact is rarely felt, and their concerns about poor roads, drainage, and the lack of other infrastructure in their home villages remain largely unresolved. But for a few persons who spoke to news source of the Stabroek and Border markets, the budget is one to be praised, but also one to be condemned. 48-year-old Junan Johnson sang praises for the government over its decision to increase the cash grant for school-aged children from $25,000 to $35,000.
Well, I think wherever the budget bring out right now, at least me, Guyanese, Junan, I'm grateful for whatever they bring out until better could be done. So I thank the whole president and cabinet and whoever for doing the great jobs that they're doing, because the school children at least, it was very nice for them. At least it helps them. The school children, the old age people, yes, it helps them. Everything they do, they must give thanks.
Another vendor, 36-year-old Manessa Primo, also applauded the government on the measures and projects proposed in the budget.
I think it's a good thing because I saw the pensioners got an increase the pension, and I saw other increases about these different sectors. But I think it's fair enough. I think it's good. This president, Mr. Ali, has been so spectacular and so beautiful. Coming down in the streets, seeing people, meeting people. This is so good, Mr. Ali. And the school vouchers, even better.
51-year-old Colleen William Backus said a lot of parents will be happy with the increases in the cash grants.
The child mother or the wife that crying there, husband, money for children, for this, they're getting $40,000. You know, is that? It's a big food at home. Again, and I know this president could do it. I know this president could do it. And he's doing it again. He's doing it again and again and again. God shall. Our God asks you for do good, and God shall follow. And because he is the president for this country, he's just doing good.
However, Esden Leach said while she is somewhat pleased with the cash grant for school-aged children, the country's pensioners deserve much more than the $5,000 which has been added to the existing pension.
The pensioners, that money, the pensioners have to pay a lot of bills. They have water bill, they have light bills. They have medication to buy the medication right now in the drugstore because the hospital don't have. When they go to the hospital, give them a long prescription. The hospital don't have no medication for the old people. So I don't think it is right. The $5,000 that they put on the pensioners is right.
The food vendor also complained about the distribution of resources and the execution of projects across the country, claiming that certain communities are being neglected. Another man who only identified himself as Terry also expressed the view that pensioners should have been getting a whole lot more.
I think it is fair and reasonable, a little bit for something, but the old age pension should be a little bit more. 28, I will say like about 50 or so, but whatever they offer, it's reasonable.
And one shopper, Jennifer Dean, said the government must do more to bring down the cost of living.
We need a better living standard. Things in the market are very expensive. We need the cost of living to go down, because the cost of living going up every day. We need a better living standard.
In analyzing the budget, the opposition said it has fallen short in addressing the high rate of inflation in the country and the steep rise in the cost of living. But the country's main private sector bodies have said that it is a people-centered budget that will undoubtedly benefit the nation's people. The opposition leader Aubrey Norton has expressed concern over what he terms as a deliberate attempt on the part of the government to hide certain information. He was referring to further delays in auditing the spending of the oil company ExxonMobil. The contract to complete the audit was signed in May of last year, and it was expected that the audit reports would be completed by September. However, the completion was delayed, and President Irfan Ali had given a commitment that the audit will be completed by the end of December, but that was not done.
We believe that the PPP government does not believe in accountability. They do not believe in transparency. And so they will do everything to keep everything secret. The fact that they are not seeking to improve our capacity to do it suggests to you that they have nefarious motives.
Last year, 3 local companies formed a consortium to conduct a cost recovery audit relating to ExxonMobil's activities in the Stabroek Blocks Liza Phase 1 oil project. The audit revolves around the $9 billion estimated to be spent over 3 years of activities from 2018 to 2020. Mr. Norton said today the government needs to employ more Guyanese auditors to work along with their foreign counterparts to audit the books of ExxonMobil and the country's oil spending in general, saying that such a move will rid any perception of corruption.
While we welcome the use of international, etc., one has to develop the capacity of the Guyanese to be able to audit, to monitor, and to do whatever evaluation is needed to ensure that we get the most that we can in terms of profit from.
The government has long acknowledged that there is a shortage of manpower locally to conduct the type of audit that is needed on the books of ExxonMobil. And with the government spending of the oil resources now through budgetary allocations, those funds will now be audited by the Audit Office of Guyana through normal yearly audits. ExxonMobil has made more than 30 discoveries on the block since 2015, and it has ramped up offshore development and production at a pace that far exceeded the industry average.
Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve your everyday wants and needs. Our experienced pharmacists will help you feel your best, ensuring you bring home everything you need. We guarantee you will come back for everything you want. Our team is friendly. Our shelves are stocked and ready. Hassle-free shopping for your busy life. Anson Mini Mart, everyday shopping made easy. From our home to yours. Anson Mini Mart is now open to serve you. Call 220-0505 or check out our Anson Guyana Facebook page for more details.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor at the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Get in the game with Buster. Win a full gaming setup, Xbox X, gaming chair, gaming speaker and headset, or any of over 60 weekly prizes like Oculus Quest 2, Mini 2 drone, Nintendo Switch, and many more top gaming prizes. Check below for details.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up, fuel it up and drive, Super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive!
Across the region tonight, at least 3 more people are reported to have died amid protests against Peru's President Dina Boluarte. Dozens of lives have been lost during weeks of demonstrations after former leader Pedro Castillo was ousted. The police used tear gas to disperse crowds in the capital of Lima, where thousands of protesters from rural areas have spent days converging. A 35-year-old woman died during the protests. Separately, Peru's Human Rights Watchdog reported 2 further deaths as a result of blockades in the northern part of the country. In a tweet, the group said a 51-year-old woman was among those who died. The deaths come ahead of a large-scale protest planned for the capital of Peru. The government of the Bahamas intends to focus on education, growing the economy and tackling the scourge of violent crime during the next 12 months. In an address to the nation, the Prime Minister Philip Davis said the government will continue to pursue growth in the gross domestic product and revenue, maximize the amount of investment in the economy and maintain efforts to reduce the country's debt. He told the conference that when his administration assumed office in 2021, it inherited an economy in a severe recession, a government deeply in debt and schools in disrepair. But the Prime Minister noted that even though those challenges remain serious, the government is finally moving in the right direction. He said last October the government was pleased to have its efforts recognized by one of the international rating agencies and acknowledged that in the last year, the country has made substantial progress in its economic recovery and fiscal performance. Regarding the issue of crime in the Bahamas, where the country recorded a 7.6% increase in murders in 2022, the Prime Minister said his recent discussions with U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris on a wide range of issues, including gun trafficking, illegal maritime migration, would soon bear fruit. And finally tonight, international news. The BBC reports that Germany has not yet decided whether to send tanks to Ukraine or allow other countries to donate theirs, despite pressure on Berlin to act. A meeting today to coordinate military donations for the Ukraine did agree to supply more armored vehicles and air defense systems. But the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky made a specific appeal for modern tanks to repel Russia. Poland's foreign minister criticized Germany's reluctance to send the tanks. Western countries have committed billions in other weaponry, but without Germany's commitment on tanks, it was not the result Ukraine was hoping for. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight and this week. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.